Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Let's go.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing trunks with red trim, Ice Cold. Hiding out of the blue corner, from the United States
You better watch
of America,
out, boy. Yeah, you ice cold, all right.
trunks trimmed with pink, the Giant.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't got no neck, bitch.
These 2 fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Again, downstairs. Ooh, that uppercut had to hurt. There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice job to block that uppercut. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. They exchange punches. Oh, what a punch. Perfect counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say more than happy.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Which fighter will say no mas? This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. That uppercut can't get through. No rest for the weary. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Well, we've just taken a
I don't know who dick they was sucking just now, mine or
There's no
yours.
doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You've got a swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high because I will keep punching until that referee said stop.
step back for just a moment. The jab doesn't quite connect. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You got to stick and move and use angles.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
There's a counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. You can't score with that uppercut. Punch caught him clean. Can't find a home in that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Wait.
It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
See a jab from these two. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Only catching air with that hook. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one up. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. the scorecards are going to be all over the
I
place.
hit the wrong punch.
Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab.
Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right, just... What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That jab misses. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. He misses with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
On to the fifth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He parries away the left uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
You don't want to lose his foot.
This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You don't want to trade shots. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He misses with that jab. Trying to land that jab. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
Because when you talk about championship material.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league.
Round 7, here we go. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
If you'd like to see more jabs, they need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. These punches coming from every angle. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. His stamina is off the charts. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right,
Switch back on, get focused.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just misses with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Good defense on the right uppercut. Can't score with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart.
That's
Smart.
Cal.
Total
I
change of
won.
styles to make sure they got it. At
Why are
every
the
round
fucking
in the
judges?
fight, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
Officer. Yeah, that's baloney, bro. Look at the power punches, bro. Like, I beat your ass. This probably literally is what Tank versus what's it called look like.